I'm Mo Moore, Manager of Software Services and Industrial Networking Solutions. We distribute industrial communications equipment and we provide full services for architecture of network infrastructure as well as software integration to ignition in the cloud, ignition on the edge, and those sort of services. ARB Midstream is a crude oil pipeline company that specializes in remote terminal to gathering station systems. When ARB Midstream approached us with their requirements for their project, security, store and forward, cellular networking, and cloud-hosted solutions to keep CapEx costs down, we knew right away that this was a great solution to use ignition with ignition at the edge to make a streamlined solution that really benefited and had the cost factors that were perfect for what the customer was looking for.
My name is Jared Blocker. I'm the Operational Technology Manager with ARB Midstream. So ARB Midstream was in the process of acquiring some assets in northern Texas and southern Oklahoma. So during that process, we were aware that we would need to, in order to operate this pipeline, we would need to build a control room and have a proper SCADA system. So we needed to build a SCADA system in 6 months, which we were able to accomplish using a blend of different newer technologies, executing on cloud computing, software-defined WAN, and edge computing.
INS implemented UDTs and templates to really make the graphical development and the tag structure rollout a much more efficient process. Without having those capabilities built into Ignition, there was no way we could have made the tight timeline to go in a 4-month development cycle to a live system actually running the pipelines.
My name is Dave Barrington. I'm the Services Manager for Industrial Networking Solutions. ARB approached INS to look at replacing some older equipment such as VSAT equipment, maybe even some older cellular equipment at some of their remote locations. We also had the requirement to come up with a secure, reliable, and scalable network that would allow ARB their business to grow and to acquire additional remote assets. We landed upon technology from Cradlepoint, which is their NetCloud Perimeter. NetCloud Perimeter allowed us to create basically an abstracted overlay network built on cellular technology. That allowed us to have fully secure and encrypted end-to-end communications between the remote assets and Ignition in the cloud. The deployment of NetCloud Perimeter and Ignition in relation to this project made rolling this out to many disparate remote assets very easy for us to do and to meet the aggressive timeline that ARB had asked us to achieve.
Another key success factor to the project was the implementation of the MQTT Sparkplug-B protocol from Cirrus Link Solutions. The publish-subscribe model really cut down on cellular bandwidth and utilization of the data plans while providing an extremely fast and responsive HMI environment, which really impressed the customer to many different levels. So the retirement of the VSAT solutions and going to the MQTT model over cellular was a much better approach for the customer, and it really helped them implement a secure, robust, and cost-effective scalable infrastructure.
The good thing about Ignition was the costing structure, where not a tag-based structure as traditional SCADA systems were, was definitely a big decider in the reason with going Ignition. Also, the technology that Ignition has with the edge computing and the MQTT and all the different bells and whistles was definitely just icing on the cake, especially for the price.
I'm Tom Firebrand. I'm the Control Center Manager for ARB Midstream. The feedback we've got from our controllers on this Ignition system is fantastic. They've all come from different backgrounds, different SCADA systems, and they by far said this is the most impressive one they've worked with. Another thing I really love about this system is we started this control center from scratch. We built this and we had this thing operational within 3.5 months, which is pretty incredible.
For screen development, we wanted to follow API 1165, which follows the high-performance HMI practices. The idea here is that a controller at any time can see what's happening on his pipeline. Any of these colors have a meaning. We're going to go visit a site here. So the same thing here, any colors have meaning, so we can see things happening. As you can see right here, we have a spark line with our tanks. You can also visit a more detailed history right there. As you look across, you see the dark gray valves and the white pumps here, all having meanings, dark gray meaning closed, the white meaning open. We'll pop back to our overview and go to another major hub that we have. And then we click here, and same thing here. We have any colors have meanings. We have the spark line here with the history on our tank. Also, we see a white pump here and a white pump here, so those are running. All of our meter data, and we also have the yellow valves here that also mean something, which probably means that somebody will be being called out. Also, we have alarm segmentation where we can see critical, high, and low alarms. We have our alarm history here that at any time we could go back and look through the history to see anything that's happened on our pipeline.
This system is so great because I can be anywhere in the United States or anywhere with Wi-Fi and be able to assist the controller or control center with any problems.
ARB now has a remote data collection system that not only gives them the remote control aspects of it, but now they have data collection for machine learning and deep analytics that will really help their business process moving forward.
What we ended up with was a fully scalable SCADA system that was redundant, secure, and has the ability to expand with the company's growth.
The diverse technologies that were implemented as part of this project, from the SD-WAN to ignition at the edge using MQTT to ignition in the cloud, really are the gold standard for all companies running remote assets or even plant-to-plant technologies in manufacturing. It really sets apart the IIoT industry standards for where people should be going in the future.